Today on the Happy House, presented by Creative Kid Stuff, I'm back at Mama's Happy with Amanda, and we're talking about ways to use old ladders to decorate. And then I'm with my friend Peggy, and I'm going to teach her how to make one of my very favorite recipes, sweet potato pie. Next, it's science time with Liz Heineke. We're going to do tie-dyeing mess-free. And finally, I'm learning how to make candles from a little expert. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Happy. I learned early on things are much easier with a little help. I also have a few tricks of my own to share. It's go time, people. Welcome to the Happy House, presented by Creative Kid Stuff. Have you ever seen an old rickety ladder and it looks like trash, right? But no. Today I'm at Mama's Happy with Amanda, and we're going to talk ladders.
So ladders are one of our favorite things to use.
Really?
I mean, we use them for decorating, we use them for function. Yeah, everything really but what they were intended for.
Function. So we were at a garage sale and you snapped up a free ladder. In fact, it was so funny because the woman who was having the garage sale, you were like, how much is this? She goes, if you take that thing away before my husband gets home, it's free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So what do we do with these? Because it's really interesting, I think, to add dimension to spaces with them possibly, and they can be useful too. I'm ready to learn.
So we've talked in the past about like big walls and how do you fill big walls. This is another cool thing to do on a wall. One of our stores, we have an area really up high that you wouldn't be able to see artwork right from up there. So we just took an awesome old ladder and hung that up there.
Horizontally. It wasn't vertical. Okay.
Nope, horizontal, flush against the wall.
Got it.
Super cute idea. You could also do that if you had a really tall wall. You could hang it, what would the opposite of horizontal be?
Vertical.
Vertically. Thanks, Kat. So you could hang it that way. You can hang things off of it. So this is another one of these just, flat ladders, but a little rope, right? Tie some cute baskets off of it. It could be by your back door with mittens and
I was just going to say, if you are not lucky enough to have a mudroom, this would be a great solution. And then like mom and dad are up here for their things and little ones down below. And then this particular ladder could definitely be adhered. I mean, all of them could be stabilized against the wall so they don't then come down.
Absolutely.
Our cuties, right?
Yeah. You could do this in a bathroom with towels.
I love it. Or extra toilet paper.
Extra toilet paper. Yes, everybody always needs a cute way to display extra toilet.
Correct. Yes. So that is awesome. Okay, and then what else do you have for me?
Okay, so then sometimes you'll see people will use them with either in the bathroom with a towel draped over. You could do them in your family room with blankets draped over, right?
That's really
it's just a
cute.
nice way to always have something, available to cover your feet. Now, one like this, I'm going to show you in a house the way we use this just to get some height in the decor, so that kind of all your furniture is down here, and you want to have a little variation. I'll show you what we did over there.
Okay. So I already know now I need a ladder. Yeah. This one is so cute. Can I buy this?
Oh, this is like my worst. It's not for sale. I know.
Shut down.
I love it. I love it too much.
Okay, you'll find me something.
Someday I will. I promise.
All right. Let's go see some ladders.
Okay.
So Amanda, you're going to show me how you're using ladders in a home.
I am. So this is a home we've turned into a Airbnb, so you can come have a girls' weekend over here. I know, how fun. And so I was trying to give some people creative ideas, for decorating while they're here.
Right.
So, boy, it's really not obvious what my favorite color is it? So I just fell in love with that ladder because of the color. And then when I was working this room together, I realized, oh, I also have some shutters, and I could just use that as my pop of color.
I love it.
And put a plant. It helps give some height to your decorating.
And that's what you talked about, how furniture has a lower profile and we want to give a room some dimension.
Right.
Did you get this ladder just like this, or did you do that to it?
No, I got it just like that in all its perfection.
Yeah, it looks so good. I love it.
So cute.
Show me more.
Okay.
This is adorable.
So I have held on to this little gem. I found him at a garage sale, and so cute. It's one of those that tips up in there. And I just knew sometime I would have the perfect spot for him. And when I was putting this room together, we needed lots of small side tables. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is so perfect. Because really all you need room for beside a bed, right?
Is a lamp. And honestly, sometimes a box of tissue, which could fit then
Right there.
here, and a glass of water on each side. So is this also NFS, not for sale?
This is definitely NFS. Sorry. You got to get to the garage sales before me.
Okay, how? All right, this is so great, and I just love the way that it adds dimension to rooms. You can repurpose something, and it's just so clever.
Yeah, it's not so matchy-matchy where, you know, all the nightstands are the same.
Yeah, we don't like that.
No.
Amanda, I love what you taught me about using ladders, but more importantly, I love this house. And you told me it's available for rental?
Yes, so we did a really fun thing. This is next door to where we live, out at the Lindale Creamery. And our since the house and store is next door, we thought what a great thing to be able to buy this house, turn it into an idea house, but also have it available for rent. So yeah, you can do girls' weekends here. We can sleep up to 14 in beds. 14. I know. And you could come take a class. So you could stay here with your girlfriends and then take a workshop next door.
And honestly, it is so charming and cozy in here and really just well kept and beautiful.
It was a fun project.
How does one find it?
So you can go to airbnb.com or you can go to our website, mamashappi.com, or find us on Facebook. And it's called the Maker's Cottage, Minnesota. So Maker's Cottage, MN.
All right.
.com.
All right. Let's just sit back and enjoy our coffee.
No, since no one knows we're over here.
I know.
It's sneaky.
Coming up next on the Happi House, learn how to make one of my favorite recipes, sweet potato pie. Peggy, are you ready?
Yeah.
A lot of people like to serve pumpkin pie at Thanksgiving, but I like to make sweet potato pie. It's a different twist on a traditional dessert, and I personally think it's more delicious.
It's exciting. You can show me how to do it?
I will show you how to do it, Peggy. So one thing I want to admit and point out is that I cheat on the whole crust situation. I buy my crust already ready-made. So this is a 9-inch pie crust, and they've sprayed our dish. Can you just put it in there
Sure.
for me? Then, the hardest part about making sweet potato pie is you have to boil the sweet potatoes for about 40 to 50 minutes. And this recipe calls for a pound of sweet potatoes. I always maybe like to get a little bit more.
How many usually is that? How many?
It's probably like 3 to 4 generous sized potatoes. And so you boil them and then you peel them and break them apart and just put them in a bowl. Now, one trick I have for peeling sweet potatoes, because you have to peel them, you could peel them before, but who's got time for that? Just with a peeler.
Okay.
And then after, but they're really hot when you take them out. So I use my handy dandy tongs and actually just pull the skin right off the sweet potatoes and it just comes right off.
Good
So,
tip. Good tip.
Easy breezy. So we have this, our sweet potatoes mashed up here, and then we need a 1/2 cup butter, which is softened, which is right over there.
Way to put it in there?
Yep, put it in. This is a low-cal recipe. And then we're just gonna beat that together. Yeah. Then the next thing we're going to do is add our remaining ingredients, which is a 1/2 cup milk and 2 eggs. I've already mixed that in here. And I like to use evaporated milk. You could just use any milk, I suppose, but I'm gonna put that in here.
Looks like eggnog. I wonder if eggnog would be. Oh, never mind.
And then we need a 1/2 teaspoon cinnamon and a 1/2 teaspoon nutmeg, which is in there.
Okay.
Yep, pour it in. And then a cup sugar.
Okay.
And Peggy, that is,
That's it?
oh wait, one more ingredient. A teaspoon vanilla. Put that in.
All right.
Yep. And then we need 1 teaspoon vanilla.
Yeah.
And we'll put that in. That was kind of a sloppy pour.
Okay. Vanilla's yummy.
It happens. All right, so then, do you want to do the honors and finish mixing this?
I think you're more at home in the baking arena than I am, but I'll give it a go.
I don't know about that. This is my kind of recipe though, because it's super easy.
Oh, it smells good. Should I go up higher?
Yeah. All right, I think we can be done. Let me give it one final, like, here we go. Yeah, okay. All right, then that is it. So we've beaten it up. We're gonna stir it around a little bit. Yeah. And then pour it into our pie shell.
You hold it, you do it.
And smooth it around. Then we pop it in the oven at 350 and bake it for about 55 to 60 minutes, depending on your oven. And voila, it turns out just like this.
That's super pretty. I want to eat some.
You should. Should we go eat some pie? Yeah. We would love to get recipes and ideas from you. Find us on Facebook and Instagram. We might even make your recipe on the show. Coming up next on the Happy House, we're with one of our favorite people, scientist Liz Heineke, learning the science behind tie-dye. And then I'm learning how to make candles from a little expert. It is science time on the Happy House, and we have one of my very favorite people and super smart scientists, Liz Heineke, author of 2 amazing books that makes science really accessible for kids and parents, because I think actually kids are a lot of times more open to experiments than parents are.
Oh yeah, parents are afraid of science because it sounds hard and it sounds like you have to go out and buy a bunch of stuff. Not true.
Not true? We're gonna do something really fun today. It looks like it's gonna be a colorful experiment.
It is. It's sort of a faux tie-dye. So it's not true tie-dye, but it's equally fun and a little less messy, honestly.
I love tie-dyeing, but before we get started, Liz, can you start us off with your song?
I can. Are you guys ready to sing?
Yeah.
Okay, repeat after me. Physics,
Physics,
biology,
biology,
chemistry,
chemistry,
yeah. Physics,
physics,
biology,
biology,
chemistry,
chemistry,
yeah. That was awesome. High five. Woo woo, nice.
It's not many scientists that can play the ukulele and the banjo
Yeah.
and sing. You're kind of, it's a lot, Liz.
I know, I'm a little crazy. It's true.
All right, so what are we doing here today?
So today we are doing magic marker tie-dye. And to do this experiment, you need permanent markers. Because the science behind this is that permanent markers will not dissolve in water, right? That's why you hide them from kids.
Correct.
Okay, but for this experiment, you need them. We are going to take some cotton t-shirts. You could also do shoelaces or cotton socks, like soccer socks. We're gonna draw different colored permanent marker dots on them, okay? Then we are going to use something called a solvent. Can you guys say solvent?
solvent,
A solvent is a chemical that can dissolve other things. So, safety warning, always supervise kids when you're doing this experiment. It's best to do it in a well-ventilated area, but you can read the warnings on the bottles.
Okay.
Okay, so what we're gonna do first, you guys pick some markers. We are gonna make spots of color on these t-shirts. So go ahead, you guys, grab some markers. Let's make some colorful spots. All right, so what do you think so far, Happy? Is this hard?
No, this is not hard.
Is this scary?
And I love permanent markers.
I do too. What do you guys think will happen if we put a color around a color?
maybe they'll mix together.
That's an excellent guess. We're gonna test that hypothesis, right?
Yeah.
All right, so once you've put several dots of color on here, we are actually gonna use rubber bands and mason jars to suspend the fabric over the jar mouth. So can you help me put this rubber band on? I'll hold the jar. When you're doing science with kids, always let them do stuff. Don't do everything yourself.
Okay, so here's this. Can
All
you,
right.
do you want to try to put this rubber band over the top?
And I have some droppers to do this experiment with, but you could also use a spoon or something to drip the alcohol if you don't have droppers. Okay, so guys, we're gonna pick up a dropper, and kids sometimes need a little help learning how to use droppers. Tell them to squeeze it, put it down under the liquid, right? And then let go. Squeeze it, put it in, you got some. And then we are just gonna drip it right on top of these dots of color. What's happening? What do you see happening?
Do you see that?
The color is spreading out.
Exactly. And do you think all colors spread out the same way?
No.
The little pieces called molecules that make up ink are different sizes. So smaller molecules will get carried out faster on the edge of the ink, and bigger molecules will stay behind closer to the center. What if you put like blue and red and green and orange all in one dot? What do you think would happen?
Maybe they'd overlap each other.
Yeah, and do you think some, like maybe colors would spread out and separate into different colors?
Yeah.
Depending on how fast the molecules travel? And what if you put orange marker on your t-shirt and put drops on it? Do you think it would separate out into what makes orange? Yellow and?
Red.
Yeah. So these are some good experiments. Let your kids try. They can learn about color. They can learn a little bit about chemistry. When you're done with this, let your shirt or your cotton item dry completely. Can you see how pretty that looks?
Yeah.
Let it dry completely. It has to be 100% dry because alcohol is flammable, right? Yeah. Once it's completely dry, you can put it out in the sun or put it in the dryer actually to set the color. And then you can wash it and the color will stay more or less
The same.
the same. So you can make, I actually made one of these and wore it under a blazer. It was super cute.
I love this project because I love to tie-dye, and actually I'm one of those people who's not afraid of mess. However, what's super cool about this is it takes longer than tie-dyeing. So it could be a project for like not a whole day, but you know what I mean, like an extended project for a birthday party. And you're right, there isn't the mess.
Yeah, and it does take a long time to cover a whole t-shirt or bandana or a baseball cap.
We made the green. Do you see that?
Pretty, look at that. So science meets art. It's my favorite kind of project.
Yes, this was lots and lots of fun. Thanks for being with us today, Liz.
Thanks, Happy. Thanks, girls.
Thank you.
Hey, Emerson, it looks like we've got a fun project right here. What is all this for?
We're gonna make candles.
I don't know how to make candles. Do you know how to make candles?
Yeah.
So are you going to teach me how?
Yeah.
It looks fun. I love candles. Can you tell me what to do first?
First, you can grab whichever one you want.
I'm going to go big. Go big or go home. Okay?
And you take a stick. If you're little like I am, you take a little stick. If you're big, you get a big stick like
Okay.
this.
All right.
And then you kind of make like you're tying a shoe, like you're starting. You would make a little loop and you put it in, but you don't pull tight.
Okay.
And then put the stick in, then pull tight.
Why do we put this stick up here?
So the wick is straight.
Ah, that makes sense, because otherwise it might like lean to the side or fall down, right? Okay.
Then you take some of this and put it in here.
And what is this?
Wax.
Wax. How much do I put in?
Like you can guess.
So just kind of eyeball. Do you know what eyeballing is?
No.
Eyeballing is like kind of guessing with measuring with my eyes and not using an official thing. Kind of eyeball how much I think it's going to take to fill my container. Is that about right, do you think?
Yep.
Okay.
And then you put the lid on top, but don't push it down,
Okay.
or then something's gonna happen.
Too much. Where are we going to put this? In the microwave?
You just put it on lightly.
Got it. Okay.
And then we're gonna put it in the microwave for 2 minutes.
Okay. Should I do that part? Can I
Yeah.
do that part? All right. All right. You know what's going to be fun is these look pretty nice. Are these candles you have made?
Yeah. I brought these because you can put extra layers on them to make it like blue, orange, and red or something.
Like once it hardens up, you can add additional. I was thinking that this looked a little bit low, but you want to put things on top. That would be very pretty.
You can see there's tape on here, so if it's like crooked or something like that.
Oh, if it's going to the side, you secure it with tape. Uh-huh. That makes sense. It's done. Oh, yeah. This. I thought that there would be a lot more in there. It melts down quite a bit.
Which color do you want? You can have blue, red, or orange.
I'm gonna pick red because then we can use some wax for the base of mine, and then we can also use some to put on top of here. Is that a good idea?
Yeah.
Okay, so how do I get this out of here?
You can cut it.
Okay, and then we're gonna put this in here. All right. Oh, plop. It's starting to dissolve. How do we get it all?
You can stir it like this. Do you want to try?
Yes, please. This is fun.
Do you want some smell with it?
Let me smell. I'm gonna pass on those for today.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay. I stirred it around. Now what?
Now you carefully pour it in wherever you want to. You can put half in here and half in there.
Okay, I'm gonna start with this. And then I'm gonna add, is it that blue candle? Should we add it to that one?
Yeah.
That's gonna be pretty. All right. Now you were telling me about, I might tape my thing down. So, because you were telling me about if this moves to the side, I'm not gonna have a very good candle, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's next?
We can make some more and put extra layers on here.
Okay. How long does this take to dry? Do you remember?
1 night.
1 night. Okay. So I'm kind of in a holding pattern with my candle until tomorrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anything else you want to share with me about candle making?
When we wanted it to dry fast with this red one, we tried it, and we put it outside, and it didn't really work out so well.
It didn't?
Like, it kind of was pushed in.
So you're telling me I can't rush this. I just have to wait now.
Yeah.
All right, should we go do something else then? We'll wait for this to dry overnight.
Yeah.
Thanks, Emerson.
You're welcome.
Hey, Emerson.
Wait.
Let everyone settle. I'm like,
All right, I'm settled.